Hey everybody, it is Kyle coming to you from my watch, which is on my arm while I'm driving my car. But FYI on that, I think I did tell you guys I ordered the Galaxy Fold 6, and I have it. Dude, it's amazing. I think I recorded this last week before I got it. I can't really remember off the top of my head. But it's look, a lot of people were saying, oh, they didn't really do much to it. It didn't change much. And in some ways that's true. I mean, it's a spec bump because it's a new processor, similarly sized, all that stuff. Weighs less, little thinner. But I like the way that it is as opposed to the previous model, personally. It's nice and tight feeling and squared off on the edges. I like that better than the rounded edges. It just is a better looking machine all the way around. So I'm sold. I mean, the screen is just absolutely magnificent. Even the outside screen is fantastic, but the inside screen is just, wow, something to behold. Anyway, I'm loving it. I think it's great. Let's see. What else is... Oh, so the watch that I'm recording this on is also new. I had to get a new watch. Didn't really want to. I was fine with my 5, Galaxy Watch 5, but I kind of looked at the new Ultra, but it's not really for me. So I ended up ordering the 7, and it's great. I love it. Fantastic. Beautiful looking. Excellent features on it. Also has some AI capabilities built in for responding to messages and stuff like that. It's just really a great watch, I like the new bands. It's a good product, man. Samsung is ahead of the game on a lot of things. And, keep going, Samsung. But, those are some things that are going on that's good in my life. Another thing that's going on right now that's really good in my life is, I've been watching the Olympics, enjoying that. But I'll talk about that when I get to what I'm watching right now. And yet another thing that's really good in my life right now is this upcoming procedure that my wife is having. Why is that good for me? Well, it's going to be hard. At first, it's going to be really, really, really hard on her. But it's going to be rough on all of us because she's going to need our help, and that's fine. That's what we're here for. We're family. But I think after it's over with, it's going to be awesome. I think she's going to really do well after this. I think this is going to be the thing that kind of fixes what's been going on for a long time. And I hope so. I really am pulling for her for a lot of reasons. But anyway, there's that. And then one more thing that's going on that's really good. PP came over last Saturday, and he and I set about building this shed that I purchased. And, he said the same thing too, man. I wasn't too crazy about a resin or plastic shed kit, but, this is pretty nice. And it is. It is pretty nice. Look, there were some trials and tribulations when we were building it. I'm not going to lie to you. I appreciate instructions with lots of imagery. That's fantastic, man. What I don't like is when there's no words to go along with that imagery. Come on, man. You have to say things like, put this on the right side and slip it forward, then screw it down. You have to say shit like that. You can't always show that shit in a picture. And there were prime instances in the case of the instructions for this deal where some words would have helped, seriously. So, unless you're going to build that thing for us and show us a video of it, you best have some directions on there that are more than just pictures. That's just my opinion. Doesn't really matter, though, because we did end up getting it built, and that's really all that kind of counts. So there's that. I am going to go ahead and take a quick break. I don't usually do this much anymore, but I am going to take a quick break because I have to hop in a quick trip here real quick. And when I come back, we'll talk about some things that I'm into right now. All right, you guys, be right back. Hey, Kyle. All right, I'm back. Okay, so what am I into right now? Well, we'll start with music. It's kind of where we start usually. I think I've told you guys I've moved on to the Hap and Leonard audiobook, so that's kind of what I'm doing when I'm mowing, even though my mowing is seriously impairing my audiobook listening because it's gone down from a little over 2.5 hours or so to about 45 minutes with that new mower. So, but I ain't complaining, especially since we built that shed and I got a place to park that new beautiful Cub Cadet. But yeah, I've been listening to that, so I haven't really listened to it because we've been building that shed, or it's just been hot as shit. The grass is hardly growing anymore. It's kind of crazy. Toying with the idea of there is a snow shovel attachment for that mower. Thinking about it for winter. We'll see. Not sure exactly. All right, what else am I listening to? Pretty much just the normal stuff. Nothing really different that I haven't told you guys about. I told you guys on the special I found, with We Sold Our Soul for Rock and Roll and then the Tina Turner live album. Nothing really new besides that. I did go to Cargo Largo. I think I told you that. And I got Depeche Mode's Ultra album. And I also picked up an album by The Hives. And I think I put those in the last episode as well. And there is, I think not tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow, so Thursday, there will be a new Vinyl Moon record that'll be here. So that's pretty cool. Excited about that. But that's really about it. I don't really have any plans for anything as far as any new records or anything. And I don't know of anything else coming besides that Vinyl Moon record. So there you go. Looking forward to that. Those are always good. So what am I watching right now? Well, yeah, I know I told you guys, I think I told you guys that we watched Dune Part 2. We hadn't watched that at home yet. I saw it in the theater, obviously. But I did get the 4K Blu-ray of double film package of those two, Part 1 and Part 2. And my wife hadn't seen Part 2 yet, so we watched that. And she loved it, man. I'll tell you what they do that's so different in this version of Dune is they give us something as far as the religious feeling and the whole idea of the prophecy and all that. They give us something to associate that with, and that would be the Fremen. And the idea that the Fremen, definitely not trying to be negative about anybody, because these Fremen, they're really the heroes of the film, of the story. But they're very much like Muslim followers, the followers of Islam, Muslims. And I think the good thing about kind of basing it in that look and that feel is that it familiarizes us. These are people. Yeah, we're used to dealing with people. Not for the religious fanaticism, even though we are. There's no two ways about that. But more for the style of living and that kind of thing. And the whole idea of being in the desert and having a life there, So I really like that, how they kind of base that way, because I love the old David Lynch film from '84, but it definitely doesn't have that feeling at all. Everybody's white. That's a Fremen. So, yeah. Anyway. So we watched that. We finished up that first season of Jack Ryan, which was fantastic, on Amazon Prime. And last but not least, on Sunday, we went and saw Deadpool and Wolverine, which I absolutely loved. And I know my wife loved it. I know my daughter loved it. You know, she's not even a giant fan, but she wanted to go see it anyway. And my son and his friends are going to see it, I think, here this week. But, look, man, if you're remotely a Marvel fan or you ever read some of the comics, especially back in the 80s and 90s, you know, or even if you're just a big fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you know, this movie's for you and for me and for us. And there are so many fantastic cameos and stuff in it. It just is going to make you really happy. Yeah. Great, silly movie. I had a blast watching it. It did have a little bit of emotion to it, man. I mean, there were a few moments where it get a little bit emotional. And so that was really interesting as well. But yeah, pretty cool shit, man. If you like the other Deadpool films and you know some Marvel stuff and you like Marvel Cinematic Universe or the comics, like I said, from the 80s or 90s, you're going to love this film. I would almost guarantee it. It's just a lot of fun from beginning to end. We just had a blast. I don't think I've laughed continuously watching a movie like that the entire time. I don't think I've had that experience since I went and saw Step Brothers. When that movie came out and I went and saw that with my stepdaughter, she and I were laughing our butts off the entire time. And this movie's a lot like that. It was just hilarious. So I highly recommend that if you're a fan, for sure. And then other than that, like I was telling you guys earlier at the intro there, I've been watching a lot of Olympics. You know, it is kind of a bummer because it's all on Peacock now, you know. So not the end of the world. I just subscribe to Peacock for like a month and a half, you know. And then when I'm done with it, I just won't have it again for 4 years, or at least 2. You know, maybe win some winter. I'm not a big Winter Olympics fan. It's kind of fun, but I really love the Summer Olympics. So to me, it was kind of a no-brainer. Okay, well, I guess I'm subscribing to Peacock for the next month or 2. But yeah, it's been a lot. It's been really awesome watching it. Yeah, I know about the controversy over the the opening ceremony because, you know, so many people in this country are pretty much illiterate. They don't understand that not everything's about Christianity, and you know, but yeah, that didn't have anything to do with Christianity, man. That was not the Last Supper, okay? I mean, good God. It's like people are searching for things to be pissed off at each other about, and I'm worn out on it, dude. I don't even want to talk to anybody about it anymore. It just annoys the shit out of me. I'm not going to slam anybody on here about it anymore. You guys know how I feel. So it's just pointless, really, to carry on like that anymore. I don't want anything to do with it, you know? All right, so that's it on what I'm watching. All right, what am I reading? Not much, really, at all. I just have not really been afforded that option lately. It's been really busy time around the Trail household. So, yeah, running nonstop, really. I think the most I've read this last week or so is probably the assembly instructions for that shed. Which, by the way, had like 89 steps. I mean, that's a shitload of steps, man. But we got her done. I mean, it took everything we had, and there were some hiccups, but PP and I got it knocked out. I definitely really appreciated his help, and it just looks awesome. You know, we got it bolted down to the concrete pad with 8 pretty heavy-duty bolts. It's not going anywhere. At least the base of it's not. And there's nothing you can do if it hits the roof, right? That's just all there is to it. So, but I mean, I don't know. It's right there around by a tree, and I think it'll be fine. But yeah, it looks great. And yeah, I read the hell out of that manual, and I know he did too. You know. That's it on that. Gaming, nothing really. I mean, I've been playing games on my phone, just like normal. You know, I really like. I really like that Netflix solitaire game. I've been playing the hell out of that. I love that. I know, solitaire, how boring. But I do. I love playing that game, and I pick that up every day for sure and play through all the different things that you have to fulfill for the day before you can move forward. Sometimes I'll have this thing where it'll be like you have a week or 3 or 4 days to knock out all these deals, and I'll knock them out in that day, the first day. So I definitely enjoy playing that game. I don't know. It's fun. And then they did Top Golf, or not Top Golf. It's Golden Tee Golf. Golden Tee, their online golf or whatever that app came out for the Android, and so that came out I think today, or the new version of it came out today. So I was playing around with that a little bit too. I'll probably get into that a little. I don't know. I don't really like the ones that cost a lot of money to play. That kind of pisses me off. I don't mind paying a little bit here and there, but there was another solitaire game that I played. There was a couple of them. One of them was where you supposedly could win cash, but yeah, you're not going to win any cash on that. Just like you're not going to win if you go to the casino guys. Yeah, they didn't get to have all those lights and all that fancy shit at the casino by losing money to every dipshit that walks in there and thinking they're going to get rich, right? Doesn't really work that way. So I'm not a big gambler kind of guy, and that's really what that is. But then there was another one that's not really that way. It's just add-on buys over and over and over again, and that same thing, dude. I mean, come on, man. As soon as they started that free game thing, but then you paid to play, kind of thing, that fucked up everything in mobile gaming, in my opinion. And I'm sure if I owned one of those companies, I'd be saying that was the beginning of the great times, But I don't feel that way, man. I think it really screwed everything up, and I hate it. Like I said, I'll have to see how this Golden Tee Golf game goes on there, because I'm not about to pay out a bunch of fucking money to play fake golf on my phone. I'm not going to do it. Anyway, all right. That's it for gaming. Nothing really there. So, podcasts, nothing really new. I know that there is one I started listening to. Let me see what it's called real quick. It's pretty interesting too. Flashpoint. And really what it's about is the bombings in Atlanta. This is back when the 96 Olympics was there, and there was a bomb that went off at in the Olympic Centennial Park or whatever there, and then there were some other bombs that went off later around town, and it's really interesting. So if you like that kind of thing, you like true crime type stuff, this might be for you. So check it out. That's it, guys. Big thing coming up this week. My wife is getting this surgery, and I'm really hoping that this is going to be the beginning of the end of this deal, as far as all the pain and suffering she's been through, and just will open her up to be able to do more things she wants to go do, because it's always a challenge if we want to go do something, go out of town, and when there's going to be a lot of walking, or it's something we have to really think about and plan for, because she can only really do so much. I mean, New York, what was that? A little over a year and a half ago, I guess. That was a big challenge for her, and she fought through it and all that stuff. But that was rough, man. If you're having trouble walking and your knees are killing you and your legs are killing you when you're walking, that's not a fun place to go. But she suffered through it because she knew the kids wanted to go there, and it was a big family trip, But really hoping that this is going to do good things for her and help get her back on the right track to being a little more fit when it comes to walking, because I feel for her, Look, we've talked a lot with the doctors about this stuff, and best thing we can determine really as far as a root cause for this whole thing is got to be sports. I mean, she played a lot of basketball and stuff when she was in high school, and even when I met her, she was playing basketball, and that shit tore up her knees pretty bad over time, and that's what we're going through here. So the good news is if you have kids now and they're playing sports and stuff like that, there's preventative medicine, and there's also things have come a long way as far as braces and shoes and stuff like that. So there's things that you can use nowadays that just didn't exist back in those days, or at least not for everybody readily available like they are now. So, but yeah, really hoping that's going to work out. I got a good feeling about it. I think this is going to be the final deal on this, and we can all move forward, and she'll just be so much happier and more comfortable, because it's really been rough watching her go through this. So, all right, guys, that's all I got. I appreciate you guys listening. I will get back to you real soon. I'll try and get this knocked out as soon as I can. It's going to be difficult because we got this surgery thing going on. But I will try and get it out. I got to put the mower out back and some other things out back in that new shed. Hey, so do me a favor. If you're around in my neighborhood and you see it, you see my lawn and all that stuff, and maybe it's not as mowed as it should be, and the grass is kind of dying because it's freaking 95 degrees minimum every day. Do me a favor. Get off my lawn.